So my name is Stefan Gaitanaru. I actually work for Microsoft as a technical consultant, mainly on design issues or questions, and also I'm an advisor on how to basically do stuff. I'm a certified trainer regarding Microsoft Cloud Solutions, so not only Azure, also System Center and the hybrid environment. The title is 101 for developers. I'm not going to teach you how to code today. I'm going to show you why you would use Azure to code, what are the advantages, and what would be the first steps to do that. I have roughly 20 minutes. I'm probably not going to take that much because I'm going to give the next speaker also the chance to show his slides. What I hope to achieve today is to show you as I said, the description of Azure. Generally speaking, reasons for using it in the development cycle and first steps how to do that. So that's the way I imagine Microsoft right now. You know, the big locomotive that's pulling the Microsoft Azure cart behind it. And at the end of the presentation, I hope that you will be ready to jump on the hype train and start being productive, at least, if not even earn money through that cloud platform. So what is Microsoft Azure in short? It's basically a platform which gives you the option to use compute, storage, data networking, and for you today, I guess, most important, apps. So you can build, deploy, and manage applications from Azure, from inside the platform. I'm also going to show what the two consoles are through which you can use those services. You heard probably the two sessions today in this room. The big benefit that Microsoft pitches is the fact that we have System Center, private cloud. We have Microsoft Azure, where we can host multiple operating systems, multiple applications, not only our own, but also the ones that you develop, and we can create that hybrid environment. So we are covered from all aspects. The cloud models, I think they are pretty clear to you. Infrastructure as a service, host, VM, and manage them. Platform as a service, which is sort of the topic for today. You can build apps, and software as a service, Office 365, and similar applications. So those are the two consoles that you will encounter. You either use the already classical one, which contains the most services, not all of them, because some of them are flowing into this preview portal. So if you want to use absolutely everything, you would have to switch between them. So why would you develop on Azure? Well, you have, from the Microsoft point of view, you have the broader selection of devices, operating system, databases, languages, frameworks, and tools. That's quite a mouthful. So it depends on your style, on how you work, if that really applies to you, if those tools would be something that you use every day. So applications, types of applications that you can create, enterprise applications, something like Office 365, if you want to create a simple mail transfer application, mobile web, and the new trend, Internet of Things. Azure Marketplace. I guess you wouldn't expect to see that in a developer presentation, but I have listed it here because if you are a standalone developer, you do not need to have a company behind you to be able to be productive and even earn some money. So if you have a great idea, let's say similar to the Windows Store or the App Store, you could create your application, publish it in the Azure Marketplace, and earn some money through that. So if you are a startup, you could create a one-man, let's say, company and earn some money. So what is right now available in the Azure Marketplace? We have roughly 2,400 applications. We have open source community software application and their add-ons and data which can be also stored in the platform. That's a rough idea about the applications that are currently available. We have a virtual machine, not only Windows, but also Linux and a couple of variations. We have virtual machines that have software pre-installed. You could deploy that, or you could create your own templates to have a complete and maybe complex environment that you could roll out multiple times. Application services, API apps, web applications, data services which relates somehow to what the previous speaker told us. So this is the Microsoft version of the Microsoft Translator. And you have the, let's say, customer relationship management solutions, which are coming soon through Dynamics, and we have here several iterations of that. So, to keep it short and crisp, it makes it for you as a developer easier to search, purchase, and deploy those applications. If you really want to have it complicated, you could integrate it with System Center and have also through Operations Manager everything monitored, Configuration Manager to push updates, to control the users. You could have Orchestrator, but we have in that platform in Azure also the possibility to use scripts either from the community or the ones that you have written yourselves. So we have a lot of options there. Development on Azure, the two attributes that I find most important are the fact that it's open and flexible. So by open, we mean the fact that we allow you as a developer to put everything which is written in such a way that does not endanger the other applications, or it's at least from the security point the best practices. And it's flexible. We have .NET, Java, JavaScript, actually Node.js, PHP, and Python. So I guess you would know at least one of those programming languages, so you're good to go. You have also the similar tools. I'm going to talk shortly about Visual Studio, especially Visual Studio Online. So pretty much you're good to go. Well, if you would open right now the console, you would see for a web application, which is where I have taken those screenshots for, you could choose the version of the programming languages that would make sense for you and your application. The big thing is also the fact that we have Visual Studio Online. I have turned it off for the application that I will show in the next slides in my screenshot. And to be exact, you could go to managewindowsazure.com, and from there you could administer all those applications. So the screenshots from my personal subscription, I have created multiple web apps for testing. For one of them, I have activated Visual Studio Online as we saw in the previous screenshot, and after that I can choose the option Edit in Visual Studio Online, which is in preview as you can see, and I'm good to go from wherever I am. I don't need to have my laptop with me, I don't need to have specialized hardware that follows me. I can log from wherever. Visual Studio Online, I have listed 6 key points that I want to leave you with regarding this solution. So you could use either GitHub. I saw that it's pretty popular among you guys. So you have unlimited private source code repositories. You could track everything in one place. So you could track bugs, work items, whatever is relevant for you. I haven't put a screenshot with the logs that you could generate because it's quite a big list. You could look in that web app under configuration what options are there. So cloud-powered continuous integration, we have heard about it today at least in 2 sessions. That's not big news. Just be informed that it's possible in our platform also. Next 3 important key takeaways for Visual Studio Online. You could, via the application monitoring, have deep insights to see how that application is performing, maybe who is using it, and where it would make sense to deploy it. So you could choose to deploy it for the users in Europe, or you could choose it to deploy it to someone in another region of the world. For the development tools, I already mentioned the development, the programming languages. you could use Visual Studio, Eclipse, or other tools, whichever suits your needs. A big bonus is the fact that you don't have to pay for Visual Studio anything, with the condition that you do not go beyond 5 users. If you need 6 or more, then you would have to pay something. So Visual Studio Online, if you go to the console, you have there a link, or you can just search it, Visual Studio Online. Firstly, you need a Microsoft account, which could be any of the domains that Microsoft publishes email services. And after that, you register for the Visual Studio Online account, and that's pretty much it. No big secret here. The thing that I want to leave with is the fact that if you are a developer, I expect, or you should or could have a MSDN subscription. That translates into the fact that you can have a maximum of $150 per month that you could use either for development or testing. It's not meant for production. If you plan to use a virtual machine for your own environment, then MSDN would not be the proper way to go. I have listed here only the Microsoft Azure benefits. There are also more that you get with MSDN, but that is the one that is relevant for our session today. So as a wrap-up on GoDo's, register for the free account. You get €150 for 1 month. And after that, just start exploring general information for Microsoft from azure.microsoft.com. In the 7 years that I have been with Microsoft, this is the best kind of documentation that you can get, because in the past, there was the trend to write lengthy articles. That translates, you read 50 pages and know how to use a button. What we are doing now is we are creating guides that use the system that says one picture says as much as 1,000 words, and in my opinion, that's much better than before. For the management console, you just go manage.windowsazure.com, and you might spot here something that would seem out of place, but it's not, because not every DNS name, not any URL could be changed that easily. We have here something that reminds us for the previous name of Microsoft Azure, which was Windows Azure, because at that time, there were only Microsoft products in that cloud platform. And with that, I thank you for your attendance today, and you have one last session until we go party. Thank you. Questions? Sorry. But I guess the presentations will be available afterwards also. My original plan was also to give you a demo, but in 20 minutes, that's something very hard to do. But if you need something, just let me know, and I see how I can help. Thank you.